right, so today is going to be Bodyweight Wednesday. Thumbs up if everyone can hear me there. Cool. Bodyweight Wednesday, and before we get into our warm-up, we'll have core work when we get started. We'll have our Pike pulses that I introduced last week. Then we'll have Russian twists, and then we have hollow hold flutter kicks, and then we'll go into heel touch sit-ups, 30 seconds of everything, and then once we finish that 2 minutes of work, we'll rest 1 minute, go through that 3 times. All right, and then we'll get to our workout where we have 2 3-minute sprint intervals, 3 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest, 3 times through on one circuit. Then we'll go 3 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest, 3 times through on the other circuit. And like I said, you don't need any weight today, but if for some reason you feel like you need a little bit of resistance, you can grab that. For your split squats. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We'll start standing up, arms out to the side, fingertips up, arm circles. We'll go 20 forward here, and then 20 backwards. We'll start gradually making our way down to the floor. I see you, Tiffany. Fingertips down, big circles. We're going to spend a little bit of time on the shoulders here and the chest, and then work our way into our hips and our groin and hamstrings and reverse. We got a lot of core today. Upper body pushing, lower body pushing. So, and then we're gonna alternate back and forth 10 times. Reach up nice and tall. Get those biceps next to the ears. Once we do 10 there, we're gonna take both hands behind you and then up overhead. Keeping that core and glutes engaged here so that we don't open up at the rib cage and we don't look like this. Okay, keep it nice and tight. So we're right here, right? And then we're gonna go flings from side to side. We're gonna do 20 here since we have push-ups today. So you got away without doing push-ups on Monday. And if you did Monday's workout, your triceps might not feel like you didn't do push-ups. All right, now widen those feet out. And we're gonna do some windmills here. Just hands out to the side, alternating toe touch windmills, just side to side here, 20 times. Just starting to bring some heat and movement to those hamstrings, hips, groin, low back. I got a couple more here. All right, now we're going to take a nice deep breath in, reach up nice and tall, and then exhale. Nice deep breath in, exhale. Nice deep breath in, exhale. Fold forward, all the way down, hands to the ground. All right, and we're gonna start with some twisting here. So that left hand in front of your face, right arm goes up. We're just gonna hold this for a couple breaths. Bring that right hand down, go to the other side. Hold for a couple breaths. And now we're gonna go side to side here, 10 times. Keep those feet wide, all right? And now we're gonna do 5 walkouts. And at the bottom, we're gonna do a push up and reach up. All right, so if you want to, you can watch me first. We're gonna walk it all the way out, go into our push up, and then reach up to the side, and then walk it back. All right, we're gonna do 5 of those. One more for me. All right, stay in that plank position, and we're gonna do 10 reach backs. So reach back, right hand to the left foot, drive the heels to the ground, come back to plank. We have 10 reps here. If you wanna see what that looks like from the side, we're here, come all the way back to our plank, squeeze our butt. I'm gonna finish my last 3 up here. All right, now we're gonna make our way to our hands and our knees. All right, come into that tabletop position. And we're going to do some lift offs here. So I want you to pull your shoulders back and down, tuck your toes, keep your knees underneath your hips, press your hands into the ground. We're just gonna lift the knees up and hover, and set them back down 10 times. Keeping that core engaged, pulling that belly button in, because we're gonna add something to this here in just a second to challenge you. All right, once you're done with that 10, and I'll turn this way, you're gonna be in that same position, but we're gonna lift the opposite hand and foot. Okay, so if I'm here, I'm going to lift off, and I'm going to lift my hand and my foot, set it back down. So don't lift your knee higher, just lift your foot off the ground. All right, so if I'm here and I lift, I'm just transferring that weight side to side 10 times here. Because we're going to be doing this in our workout. We're working our way into learning that front kick through. Okay? So just 10 of these here. And you're going to feel that weight shift side to side. Right? So if I lift this, I'm here. Trying to keep your back as flat as possible, pulling that belly button in. All right? So once you're done with that 10, we're gonna do a side kick through, which everyone's already done. And what we're gonna do is we're going to lift off, place all the pressure on your right hand, and I want you to kick through to the side, to the left side. Hand goes up in the air, slowly bring it back. Don't let your knees hit, and then go to the other side. And we're gonna do 10 of these. Nice and slow. Trying to keep those knees underneath your hips. Don't let your legs straighten out. Keep everything nice and compact. And you'll notice breath is starting to get elevated. Good rest. Shoulders are starting to warm up a little bit. All right. Now we're going to take those movements. I'm going to face you and then go to the side. So now what we're going to, I'll start from the side here. We're gonna lift off, we're gonna come back here, step through with your left foot, and then kick straight through to the front. Step back, come back into this crouch position, go to the right side, the right foot comes up to your right hand, kick through to the front. Step it back into that crouch, left foot, kick through to the right. Step back, crouch, lunge, kick through. Step back, crouch, lunge, kick through. Step back, crouch, lunge, step through. Let's do one more on each side. Step back, crouch, lunge, kick through. One more time. Lunge, kick through. And rest. Heart rate's gonna get up. All right, come to this half kneeling position. Slide that knee back. That front knee is over the ankle. We're gonna drive that knee forward, hands to the ground, and just stretch here. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, and then straighten that front leg and lift the toe. Back into that lunge. Straighten the front leg, lift the toe. Back into the lunge. Straighten the front leg, lift the toe. Back into our lunge, 2 more times here. Straighten that front leg, lift the toe. 1 more. Straighten that front leg, lift the toe. All right, now plant those hands. We're gonna step back into plank, shift back into downward dog, and alternate those heels to the ground 10 times. Shift that weight back into plank. Take that left foot outside the left hand. Bring the right knee to the ground. Take that left knee forward. And then straighten that front leg, lift the toe. Lunge forward. Straighten that front leg, lift the toe. Lunge forward. Straighten the front leg, lift the toe. 2 more here. Lunge forward. Straighten that front leg, lift the toe. 1 more time. Straighten that front leg, lift the toe. Come back to that lunge, plant those hands, step back into plank, and downward dog. All right, so right here, alternate those heels to the ground. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that right heel, drive it up towards the ceiling, drive that left heel to the ground for a nice stretch, swing it through into this runner's lunge. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up and balance on that right foot, or whichever foot's forward. And we're gonna do some single leg deadlifts here. So just take your weight, shift back, and then shift it forward up to a balance. And then we have 10 single leg touchdowns here. And on that 10th one, we're going to lunge back into that runner's lunge, plant both hands on the ground, back to our plank. Now we're gonna do a push-up and go to a side plank. So push up, switch that weight to your right hand and outside of your right foot into a side plank. All right, make sure your feet are stacked. Come back down, do a push-up, and go to the other side. Come back down. Take that left, or come back to downward dog, sorry. Take that left leg up in the air, drive the right heel down, swing that left leg through into that runner's lunge, and then we're gonna transfer that weight, so shift back a little, give yourself a little boost up to your standing position, and 10 single leg touchdowns. Then we're going to lunge back into that, or step back into that runner's lunge, slide the foot back, and then 2 more of those T push-ups. So these are your T push-ups in the workout today. You're going to do a push-up, and then go to the side, reach up nice and tall, come back down, do a push-up, and go to side plank on the other side. Come back to that neutral position, and rest, all right? So the 2 newer movements that we're doing today are the T push-up and the front kick through, and we just went over both of those in the warm-up, all right? These Pike pulses, all right? I know Tiffany's over there like cussing already. You're gonna take your hands anywhere from your hips to your knees, press into the floor, all right? You can point your toes if you want, and we're bringing both, you're pressing your hands into the floor, we're bringing both feet up, crunching forward and staying as tall as possible. All right? If that's too much for you, then you can do one leg and then the other leg, but trying to keep as upright as possible in that seated position. All right? Then we're gonna go to Russian twist, where you'll bring your feet off the ground, you'll touch the ground, make sure your head and shoulders are turning with your hands, so you're getting that full twist and the transverse in your core. All right? Then we're gonna go to 30 seconds of hollow hold flutter kick. So we'll be here and we're flutter kicking for 30 seconds. All right? And then we're gonna go right into a heel touch or heel touch sit-up. So we're going to crunch up and then we're going to tap our pinkies to the outside of our heels or our foot and just go side to side, staying in this crunched position. Okay? So, if everyone's ready, go ahead and grab a sip of water real quick. Give everyone time to get hydrated from their cervezas and margaritas last night. All right, so we're going in 10 seconds here, and we're starting off with those Pike pulses. We're only going 30 seconds, hands flat on the ground, and go. Pick it up. Remember, we're not just doing one of these things. We're picking those feet up and setting them back down. Pick them up, set them back down. Same thing if you have to do alternating. We're right here, okay? We're still moving nice and slow and controlled, putting emphasis on those lower abdominals and hip flexors. Go right into your Russian twist. Pick those feet up. Remember, head is turning with the shoulders. We're not doing this. We're not looking straight ahead and just moving, right? We're twisting at the trunk and the torso. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Coming down in that hollow hold position and flutter kick. Right? Keeping that belly button tucked in, making sure that small part of the back is pressing into the floor. If you need to, put your hands underneath your hips and crunch up, and then you're right here. All right? Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring those heels in towards your butt. Crunch up, and then side to side, staying in that crunch position. We're just going side to side here, tapping those heels with the pinkies, or the outside of the hands. We're just going side to side here, right? We're not trying to crunch up or anything, trying to sit up. We're just taking one shoulder to one side and then the other to the other here. And rest. Flip over, stretch that out a little bit. And we have a minute rest here. If you did yesterday's workout, you might be a little sore. I didn't do yesterday's workout. I had class yesterday, so. All right, we got 30 seconds, and we're going back to those Pike pulses. I think I'm gonna turn this way so I can see the clock better, and you can see my form. All right, we got 15 seconds here. Remember, both feet are pinched together here, sitting up as tall as possible, crunching forward just a little bit, and lifting those feet up. If all you can do is one leg at a time, that's fine. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. If you're doing both feet together, you're only going to get about 6 or 7 reps here. These are not easy if you're taking your time and you're picking those feet up and slowly setting them down. Going into those Russian twists, and go. Trying to keep those heels off the ground as much as you can, letting the head and shoulders twist with your hands as they go from side to side. 15 seconds here. Ooh. 5 more seconds. And we're going into our flutter kicks. So go ahead and lay back, either in a hollow body position or hands under your butt. Still crunching up and leading with that chest, looking straight up into the ceiling or sky. "15 seconds here. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring those heels in towards the butt. Crunch up and start going side to side here on those heel taps. You got 15 more seconds here. And rest. Flip it over, stretch it out. Just stretch out what you feel is tight here. I guess little tightness things that I didn't know about. Stretch those out a little bit. We got 30 seconds. We'll go to our last set of this core work. Going back into those pike pulses in 10 seconds. Hands are firmly on the ground, pressing all 10 fingers and palm into the ground. And you can start off by alternating each leg nice and slow here, almost like a flutter kick, right? Or pinch those feet together, really drive those hands in, keep those arms straight, and pick those feet up. And into our Russian twist. Pick those feet up. If you need to keep those heels on the ground like this, that's fine. Those hip flexors might be a little tight. Just make sure your head and shoulders are turning with your hands. If you want to lift one leg up for a few seconds and then lift the other leg up for a few seconds, that's fine as well. Or pick both of them up and challenge yourself. And go side to side here. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Into our hollow body position and flutter kick. Make sure that that small part of the back is in the floor. If not, raise your feet up right here and even do slower, bigger switches so that you keep that tension on your core. Okay? Make it work for you, whatever your limitation is. 3, 2, 1. Bring those feet into your butt and crunch up. And we're tapping the heel taps here, or side of the foot taps. All I know is it burns a lot. 10 more seconds here. And rest. And flip it over and stretch that out. It's a little up dog. Feet together maybe into that child's pose. And just transition between the two here, keeping those knees wide. 3 or 4 times here, just stretching it out. All right, shake those arms out. All right. We have 3 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest. Try to make this as simple as possible as far as reps go. It's 8 reps of everything. All right, so we have split squats. There's no jumping or anything. So basically, you're gonna be in this position here and come down. And what I'd like to see is 90 degrees on this front leg and then 90 degrees or close to 90 degrees on this back leg. And I like to put my hands here. It keeps my chest and my elbows up so that I'm going straight up, squeezing my butt at the top, coming straight down. And then you'll just step forward, go to the other side after 8, and then come up and make sure you're comfortable with that position. Make sure we're not leaning forward. We're here, and we're trying to go straight up and straight down, okay? So we'll have 8 split squats on one side, 8 split squats on the other side, and then we have 8 T-push-ups. Not 18 push-ups, 8 T-push-ups, right? Those are here, coming down, stack the feet, reach up, back down, stack the feet, reach up. Gotta keep that core tight. All right, so you're doing those 24 reps over and over and over again for 3 minutes, and we're gonna rest 1 minute and go through it 3 times. On the second circuit, we have squats with a switch foot, so it's somewhat of a plyometric move. You can start on either side you want. You'll squat, and as you come up, you're gonna switch your feet like you're going to get on a skateboard or a surfboard, and then come back down. All right? You'll do 8 on one side, you'll come here, and go 8 on the other side. Still getting full depth in that squat. And then we go to our front kick throughs. So the proper setup, just like we did in our warm-up, we're here, we lift off, we're gonna crunch back, swing the foot through, kick that front leg straight out, come back, crunch, and kick through. And kick through. All right, go slow at first, and then try to find your flow in that movement. All right? You're doing 8 of those, 4 on each side, just like everything else. All right? So we have about a minute here of rest. Go ahead and grab a sip of water, grab a towel, get ready. Remember, we're doing that first circuit of split squats and T-push-ups 3 times 3 minutes, 3 times through, and then we're going to the squats and front kick throughs. Check one thing real quick. Make sure we're still recording so everyone else can enjoy this workout later today. All right, we're going in 10 seconds here. 3 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest. Go ahead and get in your position here and go. All the way up, 8 times on one side. Then switch it, 8 times on the other side. Down to the ground, 8 T-push-ups. Try to go too fast here, you might fall over. So make sure you're staying nice and controlled here. If you need to, and you're on your knees, you do a push-up, just reach up to the side into a T. Or go ahead and come to that side angle here and bring those knees back down. Go to your push-up, and then go to a side angle on the other side. All right? When you're done, you're right back to your split squats. Right back to those split squats, looking straight ahead, hips going straight down to the ground, keeping that chest up. Switch it up when you're done. 8 on the other side. And then back to your T push-ups. You got 1 minute to go here. then back to your feet and split squats. Fifteen seconds. And rest. 1 minute rest. Shake that out a little bit. A little sip of water. Shake those arms out. Triceps are gonna be on fire by the end of this workout with the push-ups and the support of the front kick throughs. 30 seconds here. Ooh. All right, we're starting back at the top, trying to get to where we got to last time, maybe a rep more. Go ahead and get into that split squat position. 3, 2, 1, and go. Then into those T push-ups here. Go straight ahead this time. And then back to the split squats. Whew. I find myself leaning forward a little bit here. So make sure if you feel yourself going forward, reset yourself. Keep those elbows up, chest up. Trying to go straight up and down as much as possible. And then back to your T push-ups here. Shake those arms out. You got a minute to go. Whew. Back to those split squats. Fifteen seconds. And rest. 1 minute of rest. We have one more set of those. Shake those arms out. Stretch your quads out if you need to. Grab a sip of water. Ooh. 30 seconds. It's our last set on this circuit. And then we're gonna ramp up that heart rate on this last 3 circuits, or last 3 sets. All right, we got 10 seconds here. Getting set up for those split squats. 3, 2, 1, and go. Trying to get back to where you just finished, maybe a rep more. And then back to your T push-ups there. When you're done with those split squats, going all the way into that side plank, or your modified side plank if needed, modified push-up if needed. Ooh. When you're done with those push-ups, we're right back into those split squats. Switch those feet up. Ooh. Definitely feeling it. If you need to just do regular push-ups, that's fine as well. Ooh. Whew, we got about 30 seconds here. Time flies when you're having fun. Whew, 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Ooh. I like to say it's going to get easier, but it's not. Going at your pace here. Remember, we're squatting. Right foot goes in front, left foot goes in back. Back to your squat. Doing 8 times on that side. Switching, going 8 times on the other side. Then our front kick throughs. Ooh. Can't wait. 15 seconds. I'm gonna start off on the side here. Remember, 8 on one side, 8 on the other side. 8 kick throughs, 4 on each side. 3, 2, 1, and go. Then the other side. Now, down in that quadruped position, crunching back, kick through, go to the other side. Ooh. And back to your squats. Ooh, told you it wasn't gonna get easier. Ooh. Ah. Back to our kick throughs. When you're done with 8 on each side, whoo. Oh, we got 45 seconds here. I got 4 more of those. Oh, sliding all over the place. 20 seconds. Ooh. And rest. Oh. The lucky part is we don't have to do 2 more of those. Bad part is when I'm on the ground, I'm sliding everywhere. Ooh. See if I can find a mat. Don't kill myself. Hopefully that'll help. Whew. Ten seconds here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, yay, go. 8, squat, switch foots on one side. Shake it out if you need to. I need to. Whew. And then our kick throughs. See if I can not die. Here. Whew. Unfortunately, I didn't slide. That means I didn't get a break. Whew. And back to the squat switch foot. Whew. "90 seconds. Oh. Yeah, 1 minute. Whew. 40 seconds here. Whew. Twenty seconds. Whew. Three, rest. 1 minute rest. Last set coming up. Whew. Last 3 minutes of work. Seconds. Whew. All right. We're going in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. A squat, switch foot, or switch foot squats. I need that little bit of a break right there. Whew. Back into those front kick throughs. These are getting really hard for you. You can go to side kick throughs like we did in the warm up. Whew. Ooh. Ha. I'm not playing, it hurts. Ninety seconds. Oh man, back to my kick throughs. 1 minute. Whew. Ah. Ooh. 35 seconds. Ah. 15 seconds. and rest. Hold. Take a minute or two, catch your breath. Right arm across the front, pull the shoulders down and away from the ears and face. Get a nice stretch. Take that hand that's out, hanging out in front, place it between the shoulder blades, pull back on that elbow, stretch those triceps and lats out. Holding for about 3 to 5 breaths here. Now we're going to straighten this arm that's up here, reach behind where the tricep is, just above the elbow. Widen those feet out a little bit, pull to the side. Breathing into the side body right here, 3 to 5 times. And if you want, you can drop that outside arm, get a little bit more of that side body stretch. Come back to the top, left arm across the front, pull those shoulders down and away from the ears and face. I don't know about you, but my heart rate's still up. Take this hand that's in the front, place it between the shoulder blades, pull back. We're gonna hold here, breathing into that side, the tricep and the lats. 3 to 5 times. And we're going to straighten that top arm out, reach in behind, just above the elbow on the tricep, widen the feet out a little bit, pull to the side. If this side feels tighter than the other, drop that hand to the outside, get a little bit more of that side body stretch there, and then breathe in. And on your exhale, try to reach a little bit further. Come all the way back up to the top. Take those hands, clasp behind your back. All right, so we should be in this position right here. Pulling those shoulders back and down. And we have our neck stretches here. So right ear going down to the right shoulder, continuing to pull down with those hands in the back here. Widen those feet out just outside the shoulders. And then we're going to slowly look down outside that right foot, stretching the back of the neck out. And then start slowly looking up towards the ceiling or the sky to stretch the front of the neck out. Continue to push down in the back. Come back to that neutral position, and then tuck that chin and slowly roll it over to the left side, holding that stretch here for 3 to 5 breaths. Look down outside that left foot. A couple deep breaths here into that side of the neck. Slowly look up towards the ceiling or sky, stretching the front of the neck out. A couple deep breaths here. All right, let those hands go. Widen the feet out a little bit more. And we're gonna get down here, inverted just a little bit here. We're gonna walk it out outside that right foot. And kind of like we did in the warm up, we're gonna take that left arm up towards the ceiling, getting a nice stretch here through the hip, possibly low back, and then come back down. We're gonna go 5 times on this side here. Nice and slow. Bring those hands to the ground, walk it over to the other side. Hold that stretch here. Just breathe in Big exhale, a couple times. Place that hand on top of the foot, shin, knee, whatever you need to do. All right, reach up. And then back down 5 times. Nice and slow here. And then we're gonna make our way down to our hands on our knees. All right, and we're gonna take that right foot out in front, and we're gonna kind of start where we started here. Slide the back knee back. Keep that right knee over the right ankle. We're just gonna lean forward, and then here, we're gonna come to that instep, get as low as you can. And we got 10 deep breaths on this side here. Breathe in, and then exhale, and let those hips sink down. 10 times on this side. It's not a time, it's whatever 10 deep breaths are for you. And then you'll switch to the other side. You should feel this in the groin of the knee that's up and the knee that's down. You should feel it either through the quad, the hip flexors, possibly into the abdominals, depending on how tight you are. I have a couple more deep breaths here. And then when you make this transition, take that foot back, bring your feet together, widen the knees out, go into that child's pose just for about 2 or 3 breaths here. Stretch out the back. And then when you come forward, flow right into that other foot coming up, that knee sliding back. And you have 10 deep breaths on this side. So in this one stretch here, we're trying to hit everything that we worked in our split squats and our squat jumps with that twisting motion. A couple more deep breaths here. And then we're gonna end back in that child's pose and then stretch our lower back and our lats out. So one more deep breath here. Exhale, let those hips sink down. Take that foot, swing it back, bring those feet together, widen the knees out, drop the hips back into the heels. And we're gonna walk out that right hand out to the right side, stack the left on top. This is our last stretch here. Try to sit in here, set the left hip down into the left heel. So you feel that nice side body stretch here. About 3 deep breaths. And then slowly walk it over to the other side. Trying to set that right hip down into the right heel. Big stretch on that side body of the right side. 3 deep breaths here. On the exhale, try to sit those hips down a little bit more. And bring it back to the middle. Shift everything forward into a kneeling or an upright position here. Shake those arms out.